Hey man, I'm taking you guys on a road trip with me. We're headed to work. It's Sunday, and where I live, it's cold, it's snowing. We're gonna make it do what it do. But today we're gonna be talking about what haven't the watch experts really told us, man. And guess what? This is not about to be a rant video. So if you came here for the rant, no rants. But we are going to talk about what information haven't been put out, and I would like to put that information out there if you allow me to. All right. So I am headed to work, but before I go to work, I got one little pit stop. I'm gonna take you guys with me, man. So after this intro, we gonna get into it. Okay, I'm in my downtown area. I'll show you here in a second what it looks like here. And I'm like maybe where I am right now, this parking area. I'm about 3 minutes walking away from my job, but I'm actually walking 10 minutes away from my job for a quick look at an Invicta watch. Yeah. Did y'all see that coming? Did y'all know I was about to talk about Invicta? Pretty sure you did because it's in the title. So, let's go. Okay, family, so I finally made it. It was a nice little walk. So here's the deal. I've been watching a lot of YouTubers and information, and I want you guys to share something with me. For the people that you follow, watch channels and experts and stuff like that, let me know who is your favorite, who you think is the most effective. Put that down in the comments. I may not be following them, and most definitely would love to hear the content or listen to the content that they have. But for the most part, here's my deal, is we've heard the Invicta hate, we've heard the Invicta rants, and Invicta being overpriced, all this stuff. We all heard all these things. But the one thing that is a constant is Invicta is a gateway. I am in TJ Maxx, right? And right here, you see that is Pro Diver Scuba, and if I had to guess, I would say it has definitely a Seiko movement, quartz movement. It's $80, and right behind it is, let's see, hold on, let's get a closer look at it. It's Aviator. I'm sure that that's a quartz movement in it as well. There's another one back there too, another Aviator. But the thing about these watches, those watches are highly collected or bought. And the crazy thing is, in a lot of cases, they don't watch YouTube. So their only experience with Invicta is coming to this boutique, somebody telling them, saying, hey, this watch is a great seller. You're getting a phenomenal price, and yada, 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 right? And that sometimes, and this is based on, and this isn't any assumptions, this is off of information I've gained from people that's not attached to any Facebook groups that wear Invicta or collect Invicta, but your average everyday consumer. The everyday person that, I don't know what they price, let's throw a price out there, 30 grand, no, $45,000 per year, right? Let's say somebody's making 40 grand per year, and they come into a TJ Maxx or the equivalent, and they see all of the options. That particular watch, which is a 48 millimeter, it plays like a 50, you know, and the lug I'm pretty sure is about 55 millimeter, possibly somewhere around there. So it's going to be big on the wrist, but people are comfortable with that. People are accustomed to that. And what I haven't heard on YouTube, so to speak, is how buying an Invicta has pushed people into making other watch purchases and still keeping their Invicta, you know, because you go down the realm of just saying, hey, you know what, I like the watch, I want to wear it and enjoy it. And then you learn that there are other watches with different movements and things of that nature. And some people don't. Some people stick to what they know. You know, they're like, hey, you know what? I don't want to buy anything other than this Invicta watch. But it opens up conversation. It opens up a doorway to other things. And love or hate, or love to hate, wherever you fall into, what was never explained to me was is how addictive Invicta can be in just overall collecting watches. So, case in point, I'm going to show you a number of watches. After I found me a spot to sit, it got to be something going on. It's like a ton of people. It's a bunch of people. So I'm going to sit out here. Bear with me. Okay, so when I was younger, I got introduced to watches back in the late 80s, mid to late 80s, right? And I always had a watch from kid all the way up to now. I think one of my most worn watches was an Armatron. Walmart was a spot for me. It was great. It mimicked the Casio, which I had Casios as well. But it was the function. It was the function and what it meant, because most of the guys that I looked up to I was in the military. So a lot of soldiers wore, or captains wore, those pieces. We had one that wore Timex. We had another one that wore Rolex. And, you know, it's like the Rolex wearer, you like, man, it was just like this, oh, wow. Because you know how much money that thing is, right? But let's fast forward to right now. Since I've been collecting Invicta, right, it has opened up the doorway of interacting with people from all over the world. I'm talking about from Australia to London to California, like 757, right? There are so many different avenues that this thing has taken me down. And the one thing that I don't see that is credited to Invicta is the introduction into other things, and not just other watches, but bracelets, you know, gimbals and things. You know, I started YouTube based off of Invicta. You know, like, it started with a watch. That's not cliche. That is the truth. It may be a slogan, but that's the truth. I'll tell you what, Imperius was not an Invicta company. Invicta bought the company, and they started like these. This is a bigger watch. This is a 50 millimeter timepiece. It's called the Jailbreak. It's not set. I mean, I just had it in there just for an example. This has a Sellita 200 in it, right? The Sellita is basically a clone of the ETA movement, the 2824, right? And that is, the ETA movement is king. ETA movement is king. I had to learn that. I had no idea. And some of you guys didn't know either, right? I got some of my friends, some of my best people around me. It's like, hey, they'll ask questions like, hey, bro, what is this? Why does this watch do this? You know what I'm saying? Why does it have these subdials? What do they do? You know, like, I've had these questions asked before. I had some crazy questions. But I wouldn't have learned that unless again, jumping on a number of YouTube channels, you learn so much. Case in point, this right here. This is oversized. This is a 56 millimeter. This is a Venom. High polished. It's a coarse movement. You have date, complications, date, you know, day of the week rather, and it has a chronograph. It has a chronograph. Screw down crown, crazy water resistance. It's highly collectible. It's number limited, you know, and what that does is that, you know, it gives a person the opportunity that like this style, because it's going to wear big, like it's probably well over 60 millimeters. But guess what? There's so many people that like this, right? And then they get into it, they like it, and they may like it for a little bit, and then they'll see something else, because you have people like me and other people, content creators on this platform on Instagram that's saying, hey, this other watch exists or whatever. I learned this from this, and this is a Z60, in this watch, which is Swiss movement, right? It's quartz, super accurate, durable. I mean, you could beat this watch up, but most people that that wear this type of watch may baby it. But it's an introduction, it's a conversation piece, which led me into buying this 3-slot, which led me to buy other pieces, which my 1953, hands down, one of my favorite pieces. But also led me to that right there is a Salida 200 in this. It is diamonds. It's almost 4 carats. No, it's actually almost 3 carats of diamonds. Am I selling watches? No, I'm showcasing.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. Well, you had a question?
Yeah, what kind of watches you got?
I have Invicta, Imperius, Deep Blue, I think a Timex in there. So what I'm doing is just giving a breakdown of
Okay.
how, watches and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you like what you into? Hold up. You got you came on, come on in. What do you got on your wrist?
Got Rolex Datejust. It's a 2021.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Why'd you pick that?
It's a wedding gift. You got it.
You better keep her forever. No, that is beautiful. I like that watch, man.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of personality in that. And
Yeah.
it shows that she loves you.
Yeah. No, it does.
and so if you were, let me ask you this. If you were to get another watch, what would you buy?
I want to get a Royal Oak AP.
Now, why would you choose that?
I think it's nasty.
Yeah. Sexy.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Purely aesthetic. You just like the way it looked, right?
Yeah, but it's one of the like the classic fours.
Yes.
So it's one of the four trinities. It's like,
Yes, sir. But Rolex is probably the most popular timepiece, most innovative, right? And it has set so many different records. So like, it set the standards.
It's a classic.
It is a classic.
The one that built the whole luxury.
So, and I don't have a Rolex, but you know what that looks like? What is that homage to?
The sub.
Yep, the very first one, 1953. So
The root beer one.
yeah, so and that's actually from Invicta. This is cheaper. Well, of course, this is the most affordable, and that's what I was explaining to people. It's like what you don't hear when you buy some of these lesser brands. It puts you on this bridge to find
the bigger brand.
The bigger, like,
Right.
okay, you know what I'm saying? Kind of help you define where you want to be as a collector. So yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm bounced. I'll see
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Take care.
So that was unexpected. You know what I'm saying? It happens. But you seen the watch he had, really nice. And I commend him. If you ever watched it, I didn't even get his name. Salute to you, brother. You have a nice watch on. But I want to leave you with this. When it comes to watch collecting and stuff like that, especially if you like in a watch, so all my Invicta collectors, because this is primarily aimed at you. So all my Invicta collectors, for those you guys that stay in the realm of Invicta, push, keep knocking it out, keep rocking, wear what you love. Don't let anybody deter you. However, if you ever get curious as to what's next, what should I be collecting, that's almost something that you have to figure out on your own, man, because your journey is yours. At the end of the day, your journey is your journey, and people can help you on it. I had to go through a phase 2018 to I'll say up to 2020. I went crazy buying so many Invictas, which I don't even have anymore. I sold a lot, man. I sold so many of my Invicta pieces, and I still, and I will always have an Invicta timepiece in my collection. But my Invicta journey took me to this company right here, Deep Blue. And you guys stay tuned, because I got something big coming up, right? But Deep Blue will be the very next video that you see. I'm going to break this watch down the way I feel I like about this timepiece. Very nice. And then, for those of you guys knew that I was in the ambassador program with Shop HQ, I got something coming. Yeah. But the beginning of Black History Month, I will unbox live. It's possibly 3 watches. Possibly 3. But I know one for sure. I looked at this watch. I really wanted it, and the movement that comes in it is a movement that I don't have in my collection, but I got it for that very reason. So, family, that's my time. So I'm about to go to work, and if you have any questions, any concerns, you want to, don't forget, drop down in the comment section who is your favorite YouTuber that gives watch information. You know what I'm saying? Because I may not be following them. I want to know, right? And what is your favorite watch? What are you looking for? You know what I'm saying? What are your goals for 2023 as far as collecting watches, man? And I'll share that with you during that Deep Blue video. I'll share some stuff at the very end of that. So until the next lightning strike, family, y'all be blessed.